Today's episode of Lady Gang is brought to you by Chinette. So we recently had a little get together for Lady Gang, and we used all of our amazing Chinette plates and cups and cutlery, and it was so chic and so amazing. So Chinette is a people-focused brand disguised as a premium disposable tableware brand, and they pride themselves on being part of an authentic human connection and playing an important role in togetherness. And they've been a part of the American culture for over 90 years. That is a long time. They provide durable plates, cups, cutlery, napkins, and table covers, and they're really the go-to brand for cookouts, holidays, birthdays, game nights, baby showers, and so much more. And the holidays are coming up, so you're going to want to stock up on your Chinette goodies. Chinette can handle anything from the messiest ribs to the most generous slices of pumpkin pie this holiday season, and they're environmentally conscious, which is our very, very favorite thing, and super easy cleanup. So visit mychinette.com to find out more. That is mychinette.com to find out more.
Welcome to the Lady Gang. You're about to listen to our podcast, but there is so much more our community has to offer. Follow us at the Lady Gang, join our secret Facebook group, shop our clothing line, books, and find out when we're going to be in your city at theladygang.com. We're so excited you're here. Enjoy the show.
It's time for a Quickie.
Podcast One presents The Lady Gang, the Hollywood Girl Posse, with Lady Gang Quickie. Here's Kelty Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Let's make this quick.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Lady Gang Quickie. I am Becca here with Jack and Kelty.
Quickie time. It's a quickie time.
I just ate the most delicious cottage cheese.
Wow. You know what?
I've never eaten cottage cheese in my life.
Cottage cheese really reminds me of an eating disorder, but
What? Did you eat that?
yeah.
Really?
Like back in my dark days, yeah, I would like just eat cottage cheese. But
Why? Why is that? Why not a stick of celery?
I don't know. It was like cottage cheese and French onion soup, and then that was it.
Like the fattiest foods of all time.
Maybe because you're trying to get filled up.
Yeah,
I think
know.
also when you do like low carb diets, cottage cheese, they tell you can eat.
Maybe that was it when I was doing like the
That's
Atkins or something
probably
like that.
it.
It just reminded me of that.
But this brand I get at Whole Foods, it's Good Culture. This is not an ad, you guys, but it is like really delicious. And I'm not a huge cottage cheese person.
I don't think anyone is. I don't think when you're like, what's your favorite food? Cottage cheese?
No, cottage cheese is delicious.
I think
it's
protein.
It's very underrated. It's quite delicious. And you throw some like peaches or something in there, and then it is fantastic.
Great. Cooking with Jack.
Yeah.
A new Jack Tail.
That's
It's
as
just
far
a
as I
bowl
go.
of cottage cheese.
Delish.
Well, guys, I have so much to tell you. We are in Dad Gang land here at Lady Gang. And I know that everyone was so excited for my dad to come to LA so we could do fixer-upper projects, but we have been sideswiped by a visit to urgent care, infection, ice buckets, and we haven't been able to do anything. So
tell us the tale.
life. This is my life. So Dad gets here, and we had 2 really good days of projects. We built the Murphy bed here.
It looks great.
It's beautiful. I'm so happy. We did a bunch of the projects that were on my list. It's been great. And then he woke up. My house is on a hill, and the front yard leads to the street. And there's a very rickety staircase that goes up this hill to the power box. And as you know, for the last 5.5 weeks, my air conditioning's been broken. Chris Knight has been pretty much useless in getting it fixed, even though it was his one job. He's been helping other people pay their bills, but not paying our bills. You know what I mean? My number one gripe with Chris. So it's like last on his list to get it fixed. I'm like, well, it's hot. So we're going to need to get this fixed. So my dad's starting to look at it, and we go up the rickety stairs to look at the power box. And this is also where I recently had poison oak, which is like poison ivy. It's like, you know, when you see 3 leaves, there's some
Let it be.
Let 3 leaves, let it be, or whatever. Anyway, so we go up there, we look, and as we're coming down the janky wooden staircase, my dad trips.
Oh no.
Just a little trip. I mean, he's 72 years old. He's still pretty mobile. I mean, less mobile for sure, like, which has been weird. Like COVID is such a trip because 2 years of our parents' lives went by, and it's like, I didn't see my parents for 2 years, and to see them age 2 years in their 70s is like 10 years. It's like crazy. I'm like, when did you get old? Like you were young the last time I saw you. It's such a trip. Anyway, don't want to make myself cry. But anyway, he had a little trip. And then we kept working and whatever. The next day we wake up, the foot is massive. I'm like, you have broken your foot.
Did he roll his ankle or what did he do?
Roll his ankle. It's massive, purple. And then I'm convinced he's got poison oak. Like it's all over his foot. And I was like, oh my God, you got poison oak. So then our solar guy comes out because he's like, sorry, I'm going to try to not make this boring. The solar guy comes out and he
Too late.
I'm trying so hard to pay attention.
Okay. Sorry. Anyway, the solar guy came and he was like, one of my guys that was working on your house had to call out for 5 days because he had such bad poison oak from your staircase, your yard. So I was like, okay, dad has poison oak. So then I get Instacart, like $200 worth of every poison oak treatment that can come from CBS. We're ice bathing, we're whatever. He wakes up. I'm like, we got to go to urgent care. We go to urgent care and they're like, we don't know what's wrong with you, but whatever you do, don't take steroids. Because steroids is going to blow it up. So put this cream on it and then do not take I was like, can't we get a steroid to like help him, whatever? No. So tomorrow we have to go for a x-ray. But then last night, here's where it comes into the story. Last night, dad's in a lot of pain. He's not good. He's not able to work. He's very frustrated. And he brings out this fucking medical box. Does anyone else do this? Where he just has all these old pills. All the old pills that he's collected on his lifetime. And he's like, look this up for me, babe. It's a CO6 or something. And I look it up and I'm like, it's an anti-inflammatory. He's like, great. And he pops it in his mouth and takes it. And I'm like, okay, wake up this morning. The foot is this big.
No,
it's
even bigger.
Massive because it was a goddamn steroid, which the doctor was like, do not mix no steroid cream. Don't take a steroid. So we're idiots. And none of my projects are getting done, which is the real truth of the story. And I don't want my parents to get old. And that's it.
So you're not supposed to do a steroid for what? Poison oak?
You're not supposed to do a steroid for any type of like fungus. Yeah, like oak, poison ivy, poison oak, because it's all like oils and fungus growing on your skin that you have to like try to get it rid of. Yeah.
So is he just like sitting in the other room while you podcast with like...
No, you guys, this is the worst part. He won't stop. So right now he's taking doors off and painting doors, but he's like hobbling around. His foot is purple and massive. And I just was like going upstairs because I'm like, have you iced today? Like now I'm just doing the nurse thing again. This year is the year of me nursing my family. I'm like, what the hell? Dad is supposed to be the one that comes and helps me. And now I'm like fucking making the ice baths.
That is such a dad thing, just to not stop.
He just doesn't stop. This morning,
so funny.
Before we started podcasting, he was like, I need some tools. I need some supplies. I got up at 7:30 in the morning. We had to go down to Ace Hardware. We were there at 7:45 waiting for the doors to open so he could get the fucking screwdriver that he wants. It's such a dad thing, but he can't even wear shoes. So he's just wearing slippers.
And he's falling apart at the seams.
Wearing his fucking jorts and his slippers. And I was like, he gives no fucks. He's like, where's this Phillips screwdriver? Like, whatever. Anyway, he is amazing. The amount of shit he's been able to do. We took out all those old janky cat doors that the spiders were coming through and he like filled them. He's amazing. He really is so handy.
Journey.
Sorry. This was such a story. But then I'll tell you one more story about Chris Knight. So yesterday we're trying to fix things. And like, Chris is like the worst at fixing anything. He's like the least handy man of all time. So my dad, like, he really wants a son-in-law, right? Like, I think he wants a Zach. He wants a Zach that's going to be like, yeah, let's get the saws, dad. And so he's like, bring me the 9/16, like the wrench or whatever. Anyway, I'm so boring. Anyway, Chris couldn't get the right wrench. So I had to like just get in there and start wrenching. And Chris is just sitting there looking, like scrolling on Instagram. Anyway,
I like... Chris doesn't care though. He's not like embarrassed that he doesn't know how to fix things.
No, he's like, I have the money to hire somebody to fix them for me. Well, he just like, he's trying to undo the bolts. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to be here all day with limp wrist elector. Like, I was like, okay.
Limp wrist. Stop it right now.
It's like, let me try. And then I'm like, and I'm like in there and I'm sweaty and I'm like, got my shoes on. Like Chris is someone like we're up the side of the hill, like we're moving these air conditioning and these and he's like wearing a flip flop. And I'm like, you don't wear flip flop to do housework. You got to have a sneaker. Like
Chris Knight does.
He sure
That's
does.
right.
We're like yesterday, he was like, we're like throwing like all this old junk that was on the house. I'm like, just throw it down the hill. And he's like, we can't throw it down the hill. I'm like, just throw it down the hill. And then I took the car and I put it in the back, and then I drove around town until I found someone that had a dumpster, and I illegally threw my shit in their dumpster on a Sunday. Thought I was going to get caught. I didn't.
Wow.
Wow.
The thrilling life of Kelty Knight.
Ooh, heard it here first.
I know I'm so boring, but these are the things that have been keeping me going. Because my mom was so mad that we weren't allowing her to come. I was like, you can't come. The house is not ready for an elder, because I don't even have a banister on my stairs. And Dad's like, it's not safe here. And I was like, you're the one that fucking fell down the stairs and got a flame foot. Anyway.
I also think it's safe there. I mean, I don't know why you didn't let your mom come.
It's not like your house is like under construction and you
yeah.
have asbestos like popping out of the walls.
I know. I don't know why. I felt like it was too many people in the house at this momento.
Okay.
Anyway,
well,
what's up with you guys?
Good.
How are your dads?
My dad's great. My dad doesn't actually, he has no shame in getting an ailment and stopping everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If his back hurts, he's like, nope, I'm just going to take it easy. But he's like the most fit person ever and like most energetic person ever. So
I love it.
I will say right now I'm on a mission. So Formula One does a race every year in Austin. It's like a big to do. So the Formula One races, that's like Lewis Hamilton, for those of you guys who don't know the whole thing, it's like the big races. And every year there's several in different countries. And I believe the only American Formula One happens in Austin, and it's happening at the end of this month. And my dad is the biggest enthusiast ever. Like every weekend he goes and he races cars. So that's his passion of all passions. That's his Super Bowl, if you will.
Yeah.
So I have been shamelessly whoring myself out all over emails, publicists, all of it. I'm like, can you please get me some kind of like hookup for a Formula One race in Austin? There are so many things happening and there are so many people getting invited, but these people are so much more famous than I am.
Oh, really?
But it's like, come hang out with Lewis Hamilton before the race and blah, 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 blah. But like people getting invited to that are actual celebrities. Anyways, I just know that people are getting invited to things and I have yet to be invited to anything. And so I have not tried to get into anything this hard in my life. I feel like a 22-year-old trying to get into Coachella in 2015. Like that is what I feel like. And it is, I'm like, I'll post, I'll do anything. I'll post, I'll do a reel. I'll get back on TikTok if you just give me a freaking hookup, because that's all my dad has ever asked me for in my whole life. So wish me luck.
Was this what the call was with Ricky about TikTok the other day?
No, that was a whole nother call, because apparently now if you do these like brand partnership deals, they really want you to be on TikTok. So
you know what? I have started posting on TikTok again. Just a few posts, random things. And you know what? The dumber your shit is, the more views you get.
Do you remember when you got like 1 million hits on you drawing an S?
Yes.
Hate you so much. And I learned every choreography that J-Lo did in the last 20 years and couldn't get anyone to watch it.
Well, Ricky did say that the dancing does not do as well. I think
the dancing's over on TikTok. There's so much. And you know what? I have a newfound love for TikTok because you can find anything on there. And it's like not bullshitty like Instagram. Like you could really, I'm down like Squid Game Theory, TikTok hole. Like there's everything on there that you could ever want.
Yeah. I like the life hacks on TikTok.
Life hacks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like how to fold a bag of chips that won't go stale without a chip clip. I mean, come on.
And you know what? I bet that has like 5 million views on it.
Very useful.
And it does. I need to go find today how to fold a fitted sheet. I think that's what I'm going to do today.
Becca, I have a question about you. Did you not send Lewis Hamilton your New York Times article about being like part of the Famo trio that went to Austin?
I don't think Lewis Hamilton gives a about anyone living in Austin, because he's just coming here to do a race. Oh,
but what about the people that have the race? That they don't want the New York Times famous movers from LA?
I highly doubt it. I don't think so. I think this is what's going to happen. I'm going to manifest this.
Okay.
I think like everything else, it's going to be a last minute thing because enough famous people are going to say no, thank you.
Correct.
So, you know, here we are. We're in, what month are we in October? So we're like in week 3 of October right now. And oh shit, it's next weekend.
You know what? You're just going to have to be ready. You have your outfit ready to go. Like get ready for that last minute call.
I just need it to be enough time to get my dad to fly to Austin to do whatever we're doing. But I don't think the good news is this happens every year, and I'm going to be living in Austin for now until whenever. And I think if it's not this year, I believe in myself that I'll be important enough or relevant enough by next year.
Okay. It's a goal
to get in, but I'm really, it's hard. It's hard to just want something so bad. I finally understand everyone who wanted to go to Coachella all those years.
I know.
Sure. I understand.
It's a defining moment.
When we come back, I have realized something about our lives that I need to discuss. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? I know how important therapy is, and I think it's just as important as a physical workout. BetterHelp assesses your needs and matches you with your own licensed professional therapist. And what I love so much is this is professional therapy done securely online. So if you are someone like me that doesn't want to drive to someone's office to sit on the weird couch and have a weird waiting room where other people that are going to therapy are there, which we hate, this allows you to do everything from home in a really, really easy way. And you can start communicating in under 48 hours. So head on over to betterhelp.com/LadyGang. That's better, HELP, and join the over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. And we have a special offer for our Lady Gang listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/LadyGang. That's betterhelp.com/LadyGang.
Hey, you busy lady in your car running 8 million errands, dropping kids off, going to the grocery store and going to the post office. Let me tell you something. If you have not gotten on board with stamps.com yet to take that one errand to the post office, that lingering errand that's always, for some reason, I'm always having to go before I discovered stamps.com. So for over 20 years, stamps.com has helped over 1 million businesses save time and money on shipping. They've negotiated deeply discounted rates for you for the U.S. Postal Service, UPS, DHL, and more. They automatically connect you to online stores and bring in shipping info for all your orders. It's so amazing. And once your packages are ready to go, you just schedule a pickup or drop off for them. No traffic, no lines. This is so great for businesses. It's such a great tool. You don't have to be like, where's my package? You get notification emails. It's so efficient. It's so time saving, and it's so great. Stamps.com. We want you to start shipping and saving with Stamps.com today. No risk. With our promo code LadyGang, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and digital shipping scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type LadyGang. Stamps.com, promo code LadyGang.
Do amazing with Total Wireless, because when you move to Total Wireless, you can get an unlimited plan with incredible devices. Now with 5G available in 2,700 plus cities, capable device and SIM required. Get our best deal ever with an unlimited talk, text, and data plan for $25 per month per line for 4 lines with 100 gigs of shared high-speed data, then 2G, which can save you up to $80 each month when compared to comparable 4-line postpaid plans from the leading carrier. All of this on the network more Americans depend on. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. Visit totalwireless.com/coverage/check for more detailed coverage info. Plus, when you move to Total Wireless, you can get the latest devices like the newest smartphones and even hotspots to keep you connected to what matters the most, all with no contract. Discover us at totalwireless.com today. Total Wireless, do amazing. A month equals 30 days. A 30-day cycle for shared family data plans begins on the day of the first line or device is activated. Any lines or devices activated later in the first 30-day cycle will receive only the number of days remaining in that cycle. Savings claim excludes taxes, fees, auto pay discounts, and limited time pricing. Source competitor websites, April 2021.
The Lady Gang.
Jack, before we be incredibly rude and move on, how's your dad?
He crushed pumpkin carving this week.
Yeah. So, well, Jared's been gone for like 2.5 months, and he finally came back. So we went and hung out with my parents, like
course.
we do. First thing we had to do. And I'm like such a sucker for like festivities for all of the holidays. So I'm like, we have to carve pumpkins. I wanted to go to Pumpkin City, which is where I got pumpkins as a kid, but we went there and I'm like, this is actually kind of creepy because we're just a bunch of adults and everybody else has kids. I feel like an adult going to Disneyland, like without a child. So we bought little pumpkins from Whole Foods, and my dad.
No.
What?
You bought a Whole Foods pumpkin to carve.
Well,
you
no.
spent double the money for an organic fucking pumpkin when you could have gotten one from Ralph's.
Well, here's the thing. I thought that they were overpriced. We bought them anyways. I looked at Ralph's and they're the same price. So there is definitely like a pumpkin surge of prices. And I was already just shopping there. Anyways, we got these little pumpkins. My dad is like a fantastic artist for anybody out there that doesn't know. Like he's incredible. So we start to carve our pumpkins. Jared does like a classic pumpkin carving. I do this like really cute one that looks like it should be a little cartoon. My dad's is like so intricate.
Wait, can we mention May's first?
My dad is an incredible artist, and my mom literally like doesn't know how to hold a pen in her hand.
It's what I would have done. It was like a square and a triangle next to each other.
Well, it was supposed to be the Squid Game shapes for whatever the Squid Game like business cards, and it's a triangle, a square, and then a circle. I drew it out for her. I'm like, just do it. She like has this massive knife that she's like shoving in the pumpkin. I'm like, you're gonna slice your hand off, but like whatever. She gets through the triangle and the square, and then she's like, I give up. I'm not doing the circle. It's too hard.
No
and then
way.
She just leaves it, and it looks like garbage. And then I don't know if you guys can see it, but I brought my 3 pumpkins home of my dad, Jared's, and mine, and I'm like, Mom,
nope,
gotta leave yours at home.
Your
dad's
like, is amazing.
I mean, he's incredible. He did the thing where he carved like halfway through the pumpkin, so it like shows up as a shadow when you light it up. Like, my dad is next level.
What was the technique? Draw on and then carve, or just freehand?
You draw it on and then you carve, but you can like cut halfway through some of the pumpkin to give it dimension and give it like a nice spooky shadow. So, and he did his in the same time as my mom did her triangle. So
it had a Tim Burton vibe. His did.
Very Tim Burton, really spooky. And like the pumpkin has this like really like angry expression on it and shit. So my dad's the best.
Jack and Jerry, are you planning a costume?
Well, he's going to be writing a new hit single over Halloween. So,
so you want to do a costume with me?
It's just me and you. You don't want to be prepared
to be alone by 7 p.m. So then it won't make sense if you're not with her, you know?
Yeah, totally.
When she bails on you.
I hate Halloween. Okay, I have a question about can I bring up a question?
Yeah,
sure.
So it's about the Backstreet Boys. Okay. I had written my notes. I had a major revelation this week.
Okay.
Major. So, Jack and I, when AJ was on the show, we had like an AJ moment. Now, as a child, I was a Brian. Then I had an AJ moment where I was really into AJ. And then he went on Dancing with the Stars, and it really dapped my vagina.
Was he not good?
He was terrible.
Really?
He wasn't even close to like Backstreet Boy AJ. Like, maybe,
I don't know if you should be talking about this in this way. He's never going to invite us to another show ever again.
I know, Kelsey. Be careful with your words.
No, he knows. Like, there was just something about the like, but he was a classically trained dancer. There was just something about it. He got really in his head, and he explained it. He got in his head, and because I think everyone thought he was going to be so good. And anyway, so he kind of messed it up. He didn't make it super, super far. He made it like respectfully far. But then ever since then, I've been like, am I an AJ girl? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I recently realized something that we
like, who's it going to go?
Missed out. You guys, Howie.
Doubt it.
Howie.
Whoa.
Yes. No, Howie has.
I thought you were for sure going to go to Kevin.
No. Howie aged the best. He looks like a fucking stick of butter. He's crazy aging great.
What does that mean, stick of butter?
Like, I feel like that's bad.
He's not old and wrinkly. He's beautiful and like plump face, no crow's feet. Okay. He's got his full head of hair. Crazy nice.
Did you talk to him recently?
He was really, remember when we went to the show in Vegas, he was the only other one other than AJ that stopped by to be like, hey guys, welcome to the show.
No, we're saying, did you talk to him recently? Like that spawned this appreciation
or like that he's really nice.
No, he just is nice. We know he's nice. That's a fact.
Oh, okay.
And I think this whole time you were like, why is Howie a Backstreet Boy? Like, there's no... Howie was like the Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC. Like, no one was like, I'm going to buy the Howie doll. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they also never let him sing, so you don't even know what his voice sounds like.
Well, then there was the show This Is Pop on Netflix, I think I was watching, and it
so good.
Talked about that. And then you got to hear Howie really wail, and he has a great voice. So I just think that we've made a major error, and I'm gonna be justice for Howie is how I feel about it.
It's the year of Howie.
Do you think maybe it's just over? Maybe like we could find other people to find attractive, or does it just have to be of this 5 men duo from the early 2000s?
I think you always have to have your favorite. Just, when Backstreet Boys comes up and the first thing that pops in your head.
I'm sorry, but if we're going to do this, the real true who should be your husband of all those people is Nick Lachey. He stayed hot. He's a bro. He's just still a bro. You know that guy will be able to fix your things without flip-flops.
No, he's putting up his
can use a wrench.
Shelves. He's putting up your shelves for sure. Yeah, he's not a Chris Knight. He's the opposite.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on Nick Lachey.
There was a rumor going around when I was in high school that Drew Lachey lived in our neighborhood, and I went to his house and we rang the doorbell, and it wasn't his house.
Feasible. You were in Orange County. I mean,
maybe he did live around there, but the house that we went to was not his.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is Drew home?
Is Drew home? Sure. Let me get him.
Yeah. Here, fan pick.
Anyway, Dad Gang, Howie, it's very important. We just had a little check-in today. I'm excited. I have more stories to tell about my bad home renovations next week.
Actually, just speaking of male singers, I've lost it completely for Shawn Mendes. How about you guys?
I mean, lost it in a bad way.
Gone. It's gone.
Yeah, gone.
Ever since the documentary. Gone. And then ever since it all just took a freaking landslide. But Harry Styles is back. Couldn't be hotter.
Guys, I'm not a Harry Styles guy.
Oh, you are insane. You need to go watch him right now. He's on tour. Isn't he on tour? I just keep seeing videos of him performing.
Yeah.
It's so sexual.
It's so sexual. The high pants, the outfits, it's so cute.
I love his fashion.
Shawn Mendes thing, I think the problem is that, and I mean this with all great love, that Jerry's going to go write a hit song over Halloween. I don't think people can write great songs when they're happy. I think Shawn Mendes loves Camila Cabello too much. And the whole record, the Wonder record, was like, it's a wonder to be loved by you. That's not what I want.
No, I don't want that.
I can't sleep without one thought about you. That's what I want from Shawn Mendes. I want angst.
Does he write his own music though?
Yes. I want
watch the documentary, girl.
Well, now I'm not going to.
Please do. Get high and do it. Highly suggested. Oh my God, that's the name of our new podcast. Not ideas. Highly suggested.
I like that.
Thank you.
Well, let us know what you think. Team Harry, Team Shawn. We weren't here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Thanks for listening. The Lady Gang is produced by Alex Ingber, Steve Delameter, and Jared Monaco. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. And if you love it, share it with your friends on social media. Like, oh my God, I just listened to Lady Gang. This episode's so great. Swipe up to listen. And if you really want to, which we know you do, please follow us on social. At Kelty, at Becca, at Jack Vanek, and at The Lady Gang. Sign up for our newsletter at theladygang.com and join our secret Facebook group. It's super fun. See you next Tuesday.
Hi there, I'm Gabby Rapp.
And I'm Nina House. We are the hosts of a fantastic new show, Botany and Barrels.
If you've ever wanted to learn a bit more about wine but were intimidated by all the fanciness of it, we got you covered. As a former chef, I'll walk you through how to taste wine like a pro, so you can show up your pretentious coworker at the next company happy hour or impress your next date.
And if you were ever curious about why Napa is famous or why Italy is known for bomb wines, as a botanist, I'll walk you through the ins and outs of growing grapes.
To drink along with us, you can preview the bottles on our Insta or Twitter, at Botany and Barrels. Come join us for a glass.
Episodes drop on Thursdays.
It's on Podcast One, or wherever you get your podcasts.